1 on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook at The Current. Who makes the wave? The Current. You can follow me, Desire Carter, at Desire Carter on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. You can follow me everywhere. Like, I'm really that dope. I am really that dope. You can follow me everywhere. But I'm going to help you understand something. Just like the Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, everything else, we report the news, but also I give you my opinion on what's going on in celebrity news. You're going to get my opinion on what's going on. It's not just going to be, we're reporting the news and this is what it is. You're going to get my opinion on it. Because guess what? My opinion matters, your opinion matters, and that's why we got a season 2. Because y'all loved season 1, and we coming back with season 2. But we're going to talk about it a little bit more in depth. I really want to get a co-host on here. So anybody's watching me, listening, working, rocking, I'm sure I'm going to probably find a co-host sooner or later. I got to find somebody. Somebody got to help me with this because it's just, it's just me. I'm just rocking this thing on out all by myself. It's kind of hard, but I'm doing myself. So anyway, I haven't even heard Nicki's Queen Radio this week. Have we talked about Nicki Minaj's Queen Radio? I don't know. But, her and Cardi's beef was so last week. We are so this week with this Cardi B and Nicki Minaj scenario. But we're not even going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about, first up, Kanye West. Hey, Kanye. So Kanye announced in Chicago, I think at an art theater or a performing arts school, that he was moving back to Chicago and he's never leaving. He says he's moving back to Chicago and he's never leaving. He said he was running for president in 2020. It's not 2020 yet, so we don't know. We got a whole year and a half to figure that part out. But sources say that Kim Kardashian said that she's not going to pack her bags just yet. And that Kanye changes his mind a lot. And if he does move to Chicago, that she's staying in Calabasas with the children. That's the best place for them. Okay? So, however, I find that to be, if it's true, it's alleged. It's totally alleged. I find that to be really shitty of Kim. Because Kanye has lived in California with you for the last 10 years or however long y'all been married, dating, whatever y'all been doing. He's been in California with you forever. And if that man wants to move back home to get back to his roots, to make some more money and be in his passion and do his thing, then that's what he's going to do. So anyway, moving forward, Kanye West has officially reactivated his Instagram account. He reactivated his Instagram account, and with him reactivating his Instagram, he's been posting. He's been posting his ass off. He's been posting about everything. He's posting. So, his most recent post was a small, I'm not even going to call it a rant. It was like a public service motherfucking announcement. I hate to curse like that, but a public service announcement. And he addressed Nick Cannon, Drake, of course, and Tyson Beckford. What he said to Nick Cannon, do not mention my wife in your interviews. Yes, you dated her. Yes, you fucked her, but do not mention her. She's married. I'm married to her. Leave her out of it. It's no reason for you to be mentioning my wife. Then he moves on to Drake. He tells Drake, I know Pusha dissed you on my album, and on my beat. I addressed that. I addressed that to you, and I apologize for that happening. If I wasn't in such if I wasn't medicated at the time, I know for a fact I wouldn't have thought that was cool. I wouldn't have thought that was a good thing. I wouldn't have thought that was what it was. I totally would have thought it was something completely different, and I wouldn't have did that to you. And I'm sorry. He apologizes again in his Instagram video. But he says, how dare you make a song and have it out there rumored that you fucked my wife and not clear it up. That doesn't sit well with me. And he also reiterates, I never told Pusha T about your baby mom or your kid or your child's mother. I never said anything to Pusha about that. I never leaked that information. But you have to understand something. When you brought that song to me that you wanted to put on your album and you said, we got a lot of Kylies and we got a lot of Kendalls, I told you to take that line out. Don't use that line simply because that Travis is your guy. He's cool and he's my family and he just had a baby with that girl and that's going to offend him some kind of way. So I asked you to take that out. So knowing that there's rumors around talking about you may or may not have fucked my wife and you're just letting it sit there, I don't like that and that don't sit well with me. This is what Kanye says. Then Kanye goes in on Tyson Beckford. He basically just tells Tyson Beckford, like, listen, stop mentioning my wife in interviews. Stop talking about her. Just stop it. Just stop mentioning her. I'm married to her. She's a married woman. Stop mentioning her. If you had relations with her, if you had something, with her, stop mentioning her. And then he goes on to say, we can hash this out like grown men. I'm an adult. We could talk about it. We could come to some type of conclusion. All three of y'all come to me. But the reason why I didn't call you on the phone is because y'all ain't at no phone. The reason why I ain't texting because y'all ain't texting. I'm going to do it here publicly so you can see it. That's why I chose this. But in the video, you can see he's actually like walking up under the Chicago L. Like he's in the Chi-Town and he's like really doing it. And I'm really excited, for Kanye West to be, back. I'm excited for Kanye West to be back in Chicago, making real music, making his music again and doing, just doing what he has to do. I think it's really, really, really super dope. It's like really dope. It's like my favorite thing right now because just think if we can get the old Ye back. Even though I like every form of Kanye West, even though everybody likes to sit up and act like it's really like bad or not good or it's terrible or he's this, he's that, it's this, is that, that really, that really it hurts me as a fan. Because it's like Kanye should be able to evolve in whatever way he chooses fit. He should be able to do what he wants to do, just like me as an artist. I use my voice as my instrument. I use my talents, my many talents as my instruments. And I feel like when I start evolving, which I feel like I've evolved so much now, I should be able to evolve. And the people that watch me and follow me and like me should be able to listen and ride with me. So yes, I appreciate y'all. I really appreciate anybody who listens to The Current, seriously, because I put a lot of love into this, okay? So, moving right along, but like I always tell you, you can follow The Current on Instagram at The Current One, on Instagram and The Current on Facebook. And you can also follow me, Desire Carter, at Desire Carter on all social media platforms. You got Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can follow me on all of those platforms, okay? So, moving right along, before it slips my mind, you can also follow us on, not even follow us, you can hear The Current right now. Listen, hear me. You can hear The Current right now on Spotify and iHeartRadio. So what you're going to do is you're going to type in The Current with me, Desire Carter. The Current with me, Desire Carter. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Yeah, yeah. Benjamin Button, call me. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Shouts out to Nicki Minaj. So, okay, moving right along. Now, back on season 1 of The Current, I used to give out a Hustler of the Week award. And this week, I want to give out the Hustler of the Week award to myself. To myself. I want to give it out to myself because I hustle really hard. And I'm doing my thing out here. And we don't give ourselves enough credit. People tell you you're great all the time. And then once you start to believe it, they tell you you're not so great. Guess what? I'm awesome. And I thank everybody who thinks I'm awesome too. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm nothing without y'all. Remember that. Moving right along. So we're going to talk about this one scenario, and it's going to segue into another scenario. So listen, Kimberly Thompson, Beyonce's former drum player, the girl with the afro. I don't know if she's she's not there anymore. It has a restraining order against Beyonce and says that Beyonce is a high-powered witch. Listen, that Beyonce is a high-powered witch and she does all types of spells and all types of rituals for her music and to everybody else around her. This one's for my truthers out there. Power to the truth. Now, I don't mind the Beehive coming to attack me on this one because all of you are under the Beyonce spell. A lot of you Beehive worshipers worship The Rock. Okay? You guys worship Jay-Z and Beyonce like they're gods, like they're idols, like they are. On the Run tour, Beyonce dressed as the Pope, as a reverend. I'm sorry. She had that cape, that deep purple cape on with that little outfit on that looked like a choir robe. She was dressed as a pastor, just FYI. And if you watch that show, it was tons of symbolism, tons of satanic symbolism, but you have to understand satanic symbolism and you have to understand Satanism and know what it's about to also know what's going on. Read a book. But this was for all my truthers out there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know where I'm going with this. But her former drum player, Kimberly Thompson, says that Beyonce is a very high-powered witch and she put tons of spells on her where she's lost jobs, she's lost money, relationships, her cat died, all types of things that Beyonce does all types of spells and everything on people and around her and everything like that. That's why she's so successful. That's why she's so high-powered. Now, what I will say is this. Beyonce definitely has she's an awesome talent, period. I cannot take that from her. But I know. I get it. I see it. I saw it. I know it. And the powers that be, she's a part of that. And her husband is as well, too. Understand that. You just have to know what you're looking at, know what you're looking for. If you don't know what you're looking at and you don't know what you're looking for, you're going to naturally say that I'm wrong and I'm reaching and I'm this and I hate Beyonce and I'm a hater. I hate. When you tell the truth in this business, they tell you that you're a hater or you're hating or you're full of hatred or you're jealous or some type of negative inkling or, just something just is totally wrong with you to be able to tell the truth about what's going on. Okay? Understand that. That's what they do to you. So moving right along. So now this girl, Kimberly Thompson, is completely crazy right now. She's on Instagram, Facebook, like literally just like, oh, la, 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 la. Like eating, like literally eating a cheeseburger, acting like she just like lost her best friend. Like it's crazy. Just, do people record themselves all day? Oh my God. Like she's crazy now. Because she knows. And there, if you go on HollywoodUnlocked.com, shouts out to HollywoodUnlocked.com. Shouts out to the Shade Room, okay? Shouts out to the Current. Okay? Shouts out. If you go on Hollywood Unlocked right now, they have the video up, they have the article up. Shouts out to them about what's popping, okay? So then, moving right into that, now I know y'all know what's going on with Cat Williams. So Cat Williams is one of the biggest truthers in the Hollywood music industry. Entertainment industry. Cat Williams. They try to silence Cat Williams all the time. But the problem is that Cat Williams, he tells too much of the truth and he gets himself in a lot of trouble. And that's that's the reason why Cat has so many issues. The Illuminati has been on his ass since he started telling the truth. I think it was the It's Pimpin' Pimpin' when he said Professor Obi. Remember that? Remember he was talking about the cocaine and